As you can see, America is a pretty big place. It's kind of important to think about how people move and where they live and why they live there. People have moved and continue to move to different places and sometimes even to different countries. When people move, they take the things that belong to them with them. Their ideas, their ways of life, and everything about them. Think about the size of America and how big it is. Where would you live first? Geography affects people in many ways, where they live and how they live. People in the past and many people today live near water. Why do you think people live near water? Why is it important? People choose to live on flat land more often than the mountains. Flat land's easier to build homes on and farm. Many people choose to live where it's not too hot and not too cold. I know if I had to do it again, I definitely would have continued to choose to live in Maryland. Looking at this map of Maryland, you might notice the many towns and cities located within the state. You also see 70, which is an interstate that runs through Maryland, and 81. You also see the population of people, and this is actually a map of cars and traffic that's going through the state. However, when the first Europeans settled in Maryland, this wasn't really the case. The Europeans created a settlement next to a Yacomico Indian village along a river near the Chesapeake Bay. More than likely, they lived near the bay because of the water supply and the ability to import and export goods. The Europeans set up their homes there. The Yacomico people taught the settlers about the land and its resources. The first Europeans who came to America sailed across the Atlantic Ocean on ships. During their first years in America, they traveled on foot, by horse, and by boat. Ships carried goods from England to America and from one place on the East Coast to another. It gradually got easier for people and goods to move across the country. People built railroads, canals, and other forms of transportation, like roads. People usually traveled to places that they could reach easily, along rivers or along roads or train lines. They built new towns on the banks of these rivers and near roads and train lines. Today, people and goods continue to move. People move around the world in cars, trains, ships, and airplanes. Products from Maryland's farms and factories and from the Chesapeake Bay are shipped all over the world. People in other states and countries buy these products, and Marylanders buy products from them. Here's a look at Baltimore, and the populated city that's downtown by the Chesapeake Bay. When the people are on the move, of course, ideas move as well. When the first Europeans came to Maryland, they brought their culture with them. Culture includes people's beliefs, practices, and ways of life. In recent years, other newcomers have brought their cultures with them too. Ideas and information travel quickly around the world today. Televisions, computers, and cell phones make it easy to share information. You may read a book written by someone who lives in a different country. You may watch a movie or TV show made in different parts of the world. Maybe you'll have a pen pal or friend you email in another state or country. This is a new concept thanks to the technology we have today.